Maureen Kunga is in a very serious relationship with the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. She does not speak about these things. It's just the Lord. The Lord is my number one man. You know, that's a harder question than you think. Because I was watching something the other day that said so many people talk about what they do when they're asked to explain who they are. So I'm trying to not do that. So I am a daughter. I sound like Martha Karua. I am a friend. I am just a young singer from Nairobi, I think, who has a dream and a mission, and an advocate also, about to be. I was born and raised in Langata. I went to school in Nairobi at Msongari Primary School, and then went to Kianda High School. I have one brother and one sister, and I'm the baby. I graduated from the University of Nairobi with a degree in law. Then I went to Kenya School of Law, and I did my pupillage, and now I think end of March, hopefully, I should be admitted to the bar. I've always thought my life is so boring, so I don't have much to say. But yeah, I think I come from a very basic background. Just 2 parents and a brother and a sister, and me. I've been singing all my life. Professionally, I started in 2008, but I was the kid. I was that kid who's like, during Christmas plays, I was like Mary, so that I could sing a song to Jesus. You know, one year I remember at Holy Family Basilica, because I was raised Catholic. At Holy Family Basilica, I was one of the 3 kings. I was the second king. I was so proud. I was so proud of myself. I think I was maybe 7 or 8 years old. My mom will tell you I was a promising child. Mom, tell them. I was a promising child. I did pretty well. I do cook. I have recently started this health thing. Brian and Wamboy could tell you that I've started a health journey of sorts, just to fix what I eat and to make sure I eat better. So I've started to cook a lot for myself. I try to avoid eating out now. So I make a lot of, I've recently found like chicken. I'm a chicken fanatic. So I've been trying different ways, breadcrumbed or stuffed or all these other things I've been trying to do. So chicken is my main, and then fish. I'm very into meats. I don't like starches so much. If we're talking about childhood, I really, really liked ugali and milk in a bowl. I'd never eat vegetables. If we were having ugali, it would just be milk and ugali. That was my favorite, like each and every day. Like the way now I could eat chapati and chicken every day. Ugali and milk daily when I was a kid. I don't know when it changed. I think it was like a taste thing. Like when I got to my teens, I was like, I need to shift this a little bit. So maybe that's what happened. Wow. There was a day I was walking in town. And I was really like, I was dressed to the nines. You know how you've put yourself, like, it was a good day. And I was strutting and I was like carrying my little handbag, and I got to around Barclays Plaza, which is on Loiter Street. And I don't know why I didn't see the and I tripped and I flew. I promise I flew. Like it felt like fly. I know I didn't go very far, but I flew onto Loiter Street, like onto the middle of the road. So cars had to stop because they were gonna kill me, and like it was very embarrassing.
You were all alone.
I think that I was alone, strutting because I felt very pretty. You know how you're walking around and you feel like that's the day that everyone is checking you out. No, they were checking me out, but now for different reasons. And my top was white, so it really ended very bad. I don't quite think about it so much. I love my dresses. Every once in a while, I really like to put on a dress to feel pretty and to feel feminine, but it's really whatever I feel that day. I found myself natural haired by mistake. I had braided my hair for a very long time. For the people who are Elani fans, then you know that when we started, I was braids beginning to end, but I took them out, and then I found this thing underneath, and I was like, okay, let's see how this goes. So really, I think with things like hair and clothing, it's just really what, especially for a woman, it's just what you're comfortable in and what you feel at the moment looks nice and feels nice. So there isn't really it's pretty easy to maintain. I thought it would be a lot harder. So once I realized that it wasn't that hard, I'm like, okay, let's see where this goes. It's starting to grow out. I like it. I have recently rekindled my love for reading. I had sort of let it slide. So at the moment, I am halfway through a book called Americana, which was written by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. She's a fantastic writer. And she wrote Half of a Yellow Sun. That's a much more popular book than Americana. And Half of a Yellow Sun is what I'm getting to after Americana. I don't like to go out to the club. It's not fun for me. I feel like you're overdressed for a cold night when you should just be in the house watching something on your TV. I don't have fun doing it. I like to, every once in a while, I mean birthdays, you'd go out, but then I'd much rather have a nice little dinner party in my house. I can play the keyboards, I play the piano, and I play the guitar as well. I did play the guitar in one song in our album. I had just learned it. That's Milele. I played that guitar, but in terms of, performance, we just choose to do the vocal part because it's more focused on the thing that you're really good at. So we choose to focus on vocals, but sooner or later, I'm sure we'll start to delve into playing as well. Just the same way we juggled university, the same way I juggled KSL. You plan your time, and Brian always says plan your work and then work your plan, and I think it's just a matter of, it's a scheduling issue. Make sure
it works.
It does work, and so far I've been blessed enough to use my legal knowledge only for Elani. So I think I'm going to keep doing that. It helps when there's 3 of you and you're in school, because then you can start to delegate duties and you can help each other, because a lot of the time it gets really hard. And I think if we were solo acts, at least I know for myself, if I was a solo act, I don't think I'd be able to do both, because there's sometimes I can't show up for something and Wambui or Brian would do that for me. And so they really help, and we really do push each other, because we're a bit of we're overachievers a little bit. I'll speak as a musician first. So for any upcoming musician who wants to do this as a career, just really put in the work and be diligent about it, and don't compromise on quality, especially on yourself. If you know you can do better, then do better, as a woman, because also there's young girls who look up to Wambui and myself, then I'd say honestly, just be confident, and again, don't settle for less than you deserve. There's just situations where women have to speak a little louder or be a little more aggressive for them to move further in life. So my suggestion and my advice to women is, do that. Be strong and be outspoken, and if you are uncomfortable with something, say you're uncomfortable, and if you don't want to do something, don't do it. Academically, go to school. Let me tell you something. I think I gained more from university socially than I did academically. It teaches you so much. Doing group projects, being given the freedom and knowing that you don't have to go to class, but you should. It teaches you something. There's a discipline that you learn from being given freedom yet being expected to deliver. And I think that's very important for anyone who is blessed, as I was, with the opportunity to go to university. Please do, and take it seriously and pass well, because you never know what it's going to do for you later on. Hi, this is Maureen from Elani, alone for the first time, I think, in my life. And all I'm telling you is make sure that you read Nairobi News and watch Snappy 7 every Sunday.